Welcome to Helkin Motivations.
Hello friends, welcome today. In our today talk, we are going to talk about how to deal with stress. In your home, maybe in your workplace, maybe in your life, you must face some challenges here and there or stress, and you're stressed day in, day out. And sometimes you don't know what to do, and everybody gets stressed. Even children, adults, men, women, all of them, they get stressed. And life always brings such situation whereby sometimes you feel so stressed and you don't know what to do, and you don't know what you can do for you so that you can be able to conquer that situation. And now today we want to talk about how to deal with stress, and God is going to touch you in one different way. One thing that you have to understand is sometimes we face challenges, sometimes we face stress in life. And the one thing that you have to understand is that the way you deal with the stress matters a lot. What should you do when you get stressed? Because in some way you'll be stressed. Sometimes you get stressed, whether you are rich, whether you are poor, whether you're educated, whether you're not educated. You face challenges of stress. So number one, when you face stress, one thing that you should do, number one, is to focus on God. When you focus on God, the Bible says, the book of Isaiah chapter 26 verse 3, the Bible says, He will keep him in perfect peace, him who trusts in you, in whose mind is focused on him. So God will keep you into perfect peace when you put your mind towards him. When you feel so stressed, just take some time and go and pray. Go and kneel down to God and focus your mind to God, and then God, all what I have is you, and I have nothing else but you. So take some time and thank God, pray God, thank God, help me. The greatest prayer a man can pray is, God, help me. So when you're in a stressful mode, do not forget to pray. Do not forget to focus your mind towards God, because the Bible is telling us God will keep in perfect peace those whose mind are towards him. Meaning that every man on earth is pursuing peace of mind, and this peace of mind can be found nowhere else but in God. When you read the book of John chapter 14 verse 27, the Bible says, peace I leave with you, not the peace the world gives, but the peace that I myself gives. Now, do not let your heart be troubled. Anytime you face stress or challenges in life, do not give up. Just go in the presence of God and ask for help, and God will give you help. Number two, another thing that you have to understand when you are stressed, have hope. Number two, have hope. I can say that hope is the ability to see light in the midst of darkness. Everybody in life faces with certain type of darkness. You find yourself in darkness, and darkest moment that you cannot tell. But let us see in the book of Genesis chapter 15 verse 5, there's a man of God who was in a total darkness, who was called Abram. Abram did not know whether he will ever get a child to inherit his wealth. He did not know, but one day he found one. In the book of Genesis chapter 15 verse 5, the Bible is telling us that God took Abram and put him on the darkest moment and told him, look towards the heaven. What do you see? And count the stars of heaven if you can number them. And Abram could not be able to number them. And he told him, behold, that is how your descendant will be. So the same case, God was giving Abraham hope, because he was in the darkest moment. He didn't know what will happen to his life, but God gave him hope in the midst of darkness. He was able to see stars, and God says, just as you can see those stars, so shall your your descendant. So the same case, you may be facing a lot of challenges right now. You may be facing a lot of darkness right now. But let me tell you, there is still stars ahead of you. There is hope. There is hope at the end of the tunnel. So you should not give up quickly. Just know that God is planning the best thing for you. So don't give up. Another thing that you should have to understand when you are in a stressful mode is that focus on God and have hope. Another thing that you should have is evaluate your value. Evaluate your value. Sometimes when some people, when you are stressed, you just feel to commit suicide. But let me tell you, suicide is the coward's way. The champion may face a lot of challenges. Great people may face a lot of challenges, but they never think of committing suicide. They just sit down and evaluate their value. Let's see, if you die today, how many people who are depending on you who will be at loss? So many people. So you are a valuable person here on earth. No matter what you are facing, no matter what you are going through, God is still planning good things for you. You are a valuable person. Know that you are not just a mere creature. You are a very important person in this earth. So you should not think of don't think of throwing yourself into the river. Don't think yourself of committing suicide. No, don't think about that. Don't think of going to drugs because of stress. No, just know that you are a valuable person. Know that you are an important person. You are not just a creature. You are not. Because every creature faces stresses. So in the stressful mode, do not give up. Now, one thing that you have to understand is that you are a valuable person. And I want you to take some time and take even at least 5 minutes and think about yourself, how valuable you are. What could happen to your parents if you die today? What could happen to your children if you die today? What could happen to your future if you die today? Meaning that you may not see your next year if you just take your life just because of the stress that you're going through. So you should not give up. Just know that God has good plans for you, and know that you are a valuable person. Another thing that you have to understand when you're in stressful mode, know your source. Know your source. What is the meaning of the word source? The word source can also be a father. Who is your father? The source is where something comes from. One thing that you have to understand, that you have to understand that you come from God. Because when God wanted to create human being on earth, he spoke to himself and said, let us create human being in our own image. Meaning that there's godliness inside you. The breath that you are breathing today, it is very valuable. It is a proof that there is life inside you. And that life is very important. It means that you have a father. You have a source. And that source is the source also of your help. And that is God. God is your father. It tells Jeremiah, in the book of Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 4, that even before you were conceived in your mother's womb, I knew you. So God is seeing you from a distance. Whatever you are going through, your father is seeing you. Just think of a child. When a child faces challenges, it just looks towards our parents. And the same case to you. Understand where you come from. You come from God, and God is the one who created. God is the one who called you, and if He is the one who called you, you should never give up. That business of yours that is going through challenges, know that God can raise it again. That health of yours that is deteriorating, remember God can change it. Anything that you're facing, that family that you see as if it will never stand, God can make it stand. Because what is impossible to man, it is possible to your Father who is God. So you have to understand that you have come from far, and God is touching you farther. So don't be afraid of what you're going through and where you are today. Maybe it is finance challenges that you have. Maybe it is something that has happened in your life and you don't know what to do. There's somebody who knows what to do. That is God. So focus on Him and have hope. And another thing, know you have come from Him. Another thing that you have to understand is this. When you're facing stress in your life, don't compare yourself with anybody. Because stress comes even by comparing yourself with other people. So don't compare yourself with anybody. Just stand and know that God has good plans for you. Know that God has good plans for you, and do not compare yourself with others. Somebody said when you compare with others, it means that you are a photocopy of them. But you are not a photocopy, but you are an original person. You are original, so you should never give up at all. Never give up, no matter what you may face. Lastly, what you should do when you are in a stressful mode, relax. In the book of Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10, the Bible says, "Do not be afraid. I will help you with my righteous right hand." So when God promises to help you, it means that don't worry. He is going to help you. In the book of Exodus chapter 14 verse 14, the Bible says, "Stand still and know that I am the Lord." So God is going to bless you, and God is going to take you far. And stand still and to know that He is God. No matter what you are going through, I believe and I know God is going to change your situation. God bless you, and kindly do not forget to subscribe for this channel so that you can receive other videos. God bless you.